And today's video is about slow travel versus bucket list travel. I had never heard the term slow travel until this trip, and of course everybody's heard the term bucket list, but I didn't really understand that there were two pretty distinct mindsets at work in the human mind, at least this human mind, when it came to travel, and I'd like to explore those with you now. So I'm going to say a little intro bit and then give you five points. So the intro bit is I kind of struggled when I first started on this trip 6 months ago, which is pretty amazing. And I was like, well, I got to see everything. And it's a whole year, so I must have the ability to see everything. And then you start to think, well, there are about 200 countries in the world and 365 days in a year. So that's like 1.5-ish days per country. And you got to fly to them. And yeah, it doesn't actually work to see everything. And so you have to start hacking away at your plans pretty aggressively in order to live in the real world with time and space and not just dreams and fun. And that can be a bit of a hard process. So I still struggled. I was like, I got to see everything. And now I know I can't. Just can't. And one of the things I really wanted to avoid that I know I can't is the question that I'm going to get when I get back to Canada. Oh, you were in New Zealand. Did you see the South Island? No. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, the whole year was a wash because I didn't see the South Island of New Zealand. Or I'm going to go to Tokyo and they'll be like, oh, did you see Okinawa? Because they're like fans of Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, and they're like, oh, Okinawa, that's where Mr. Miyagi's from. No, I didn't go to Okinawa. Oh, that's too bad. Mr. Miyagi's not there. And, so I wanted to avoid that embarrassing question of like, oh, you didn't see the place it's too bad, it's just too bad, as if it's like a failure. So ridiculously, that's been in my mind, and now it's coming out. You can hear it. Here's the 5 points. Point number 1 is these two styles of travel, slow travel and bucket list travel, are both really great, but they're just different styles for different circumstances, different time frames. Let me give you an example. My friend went to Paris and Italy for like 3 weeks. That's not a lot of time. And if you go there and you're like, I just want to relax, I just want to take it slow, the question that comes to my mind is, why did you spend that kind of money just to relax and take it slow for 3 weeks? You could do that at home. So in that case, I would give a firm thumbs up to, bucket list travel. Go see Paris, go see Italy, go see all the things that are not in your hometown, and explore. You might get a little more tired than you're expecting, but that's okay. I went to New York 8 years ago, and I went crazy for like 7 days, 8 days, saw everything I could. And then on whatever it was, the 8th or the 9th day, I just sat down on a bench, and I don't think I got up, except to, take care of some, biological needs, and then went back home because I was tired. Even a single person traveling gets tired. But yeah, so they're different styles for different things. So I'm not against bucket list travel, and we're going to be doing a lot of bucket list stuff in the next phase of things. We've done a lot already. But yeah, so the slow travel though, before I go on to the next point, is for like deeper connection and like what are you doing as the purpose of your travel. So that is kind of the next point, is why are you traveling? If it's to see the Eiffel Tower, absolutely tick that box. And I saw the Louvre, I saw the whatever. If you want to see the Mona Lisa, I personally don't care about that. But other people might really care about that. I saw the Mona Lisa. Don't care. But absolutely go do that. There are certain things I care about. Like in Paris, there's the catacombs. I'm just talking about Paris because it's like a travel destination. We'll be there in a bit, but not for very long. So in Paris, I want to see the catacombs, a bunch of bones and skulls and things underground. So that's interesting. Bones. Anyways, why are you traveling? If you're traveling to like grow as a person, to understand culture, to actually connect with other human beings and form friendships, be vulnerable, share your journey of life with other people, which is basically what we're doing. So if you're traveling to live as a person, I don't know how else to say it in short form, then racing around is probably not the very best thing to do. And so lastly on that, if it's a long time frame, slow it down. I would say that. Firm thumbs up to slow it down. And yeah, you don't have to see everything. So the third point is kind of obvious, but everything is not Instagram or social media. I think we forget that because you're on a form of social media right now, and I'm recording for social media right now. But not everything is social media, even though you're using your phone or your computer, and it's part of your life. Like once this recording's done, I'm gonna go have dinner and I'm not gonna record it. Sorry if you were hoping, but not everything has to be Instagram. I'm not even an Instagram person, but not everything has to be social media. People do not care that much about you or me. So that's great. It's freeing. People don't actually care if I go to the South Island of New Zealand or if I see the Louvre or whatever. They're just having conversations. So keep that in mind, that people do not care that much about what you saw or didn't see or what you post or what you don't post. If you have good people in your life, they just love you and want the best for you. And if you need to just chill out instead of see, what's another one? The Grand Canyon? Maybe see the Grand Canyon. Just chill out if you need to chill out. Yeah, that leads to the fourth point, less pressure. That's part of slow travel that I think is really nice. Take the pressure off yourself. If you're doing a big trip and you need to rest for a week, like we just had a week in the smallest little town in New Zealand called Tirau. And we ate chocolate and sat in a hot tub, had great dinners, connected with friends. Kids were happy, played card games. I can definitely do that back in Canada, except I don't have a hot tub. But that's the kind of thing you can do at home, and it's the kind of thing you need to do when you're abroad, if you're doing a long trip. So take the pressure off. This is a really good example because I thought, I'm gonna go see Cathedral Cove, which is a beautiful location on the North Island of New Zealand here. But we needed to rest. We needed to take it easy and just do nothing for a while. And so once you go, there's no real pressure, no one's grading me, I can just rest. And man, I needed it. So that's good. And yeah, on that point too, like if you make a bad decision, like let's say I didn't really need to rest. I did, but let's say I didn't. And I really could have seen Cathedral Cove. Oh, well, that's okay. There are probably a million things that I have not seen in life and will never see in life. and 1 million people, probably 8 billion people I've never talked to and never will talk to, and that's okay. That's okay, no pressure. And that gives you the strength and the ability to be present with people wherever you are. Yeah, and this last point, number 5, is depth over distances. This is the main thing. Like, why are you alive? Why are you traveling? For me, it's about God and people and just sharing that. I went to Fiji and connected with people, church people, so God and people. And I loved it. That was the highlight. My son's baptism. It's great. Palm trees are nice too, and swimming in the ocean's nice, which we did a couple days. But really, what your life is about is what your travel should be about. Like, I imagine going back to Canada and sitting around drinking coffee out of a mug, some old mug with some people around a fire, wood-burning stove, and chatting and loving and being loved and being a friend. So that's what life is more about than seeing everything that Fiji had to offer or that any other location has to offer. But, I mean, to each his own. Sometimes people just don't see things the way that I do, to their detriment. And they have different priorities, again, to their detriment. Last point's like a bonus point. Bonus point number 6. This is really a good lesson from slow travel because it's so much like real life, because it is real life. If your life at home in wherever you live, USA, Canada, there are probably some other countries out there too, I don't know. If you live in a place where your life is something you have to escape, where you're like, I just cannot do another day at this job, or I can't be in this relationship anymore, or whatever. This church is driving, I gotta get away from here. I gotta get away. And then you're like, I know what I'll do, I'll travel. That is a geographical solution to a life problem, and you need a life solution to a life problem. So you can use that as a Band-Aid, and sometimes when you change geography, like big picture, 3 years, 10 years, that is effectively a life change because you've changed everything about your life except for yourself. That's not going to work when it's short-term travel, like a year or less. Wherever you go, there you are. So yeah, don't use travel as like a solution for emotional and personal issues. It just doesn't work. I'm not saying I'm not going to shame you. I'm just saying it doesn't work. So the advice or the thought is, fix home life. Fix your life at home. Make it awesome wherever you are, or move and make that place awesome wherever you go. And then once your life is strong and enjoyable and your relationships are solid, your spiritual life is solid, then add travel to it. Like, we are not escaping Canada. Past 10 years have been interesting, but we're not escaping Canada. We're going back and we love it. We love our friends there. We're just adding this amazing travel to a pretty amazing life we already have back home. So bonus point number 6 seems to be pretty strong. And I hope that some of you guys are hearing it going, yeah, let's make life a lot better at home, where I am right now. Anyways, those are my thoughts. If you like this content, feel free to like and subscribe. Once I get to Japan, there's probably going to be a lot of different attempts at building videos that are, maybe good, maybe not. got around 200 subscribers right now. Channel's pretty small. But yeah, it's really great to know that there are people out there who are actually watching and connecting. So comment, share, reach out to me. I love the engagement. Not just stacking up subscriptions, but yeah, knowing that people actually care, because, you know, I'm out and about, oot and a boot, as the Canadians say. Wait a sec. I guess we don't. Okay, like and subscribe.